Let's be honest, Singapore roads are packed, COE prices are going up, and public transport, it's getting crowded. So you're probably asking yourself, should I get a motorcycle or a car? Which is the best option? Let's find out. Let's start with cost, because in Singapore, it's expensive to own a vehicle. You've got COE, road tax, insurance, the cost of the vehicle, maintenance, fuel costs, all that comes into play. So we're gonna ask some Singaporeans what it's like to get their very first vehicle.
Do you own a bike or a car?
I'm currently owning a car right now.
Currently, no.
My husband owns a vehicle, a 7-seater MPV.
I don't have a vehicle now, but I'm actually taking like a bike license.
What are the pros and cons of owning each vehicle?
I think pros of owning a car is comfort.
It's much more convenient lah. Having the luxury of aircon, fetching more people, safety. First, having a bike, good thing is, I think for most rider is they can lane split lah.
You can squeeze through traffic and all.
Definitely way cheaper lah compared to a car. So the cons about a bike is in terms of safety, and also you only can fetch one person at a time.
Not very practical for family.
When it's raining, it's very dangerous. I think nowadays we've seen a lot of accidents. So the cons about a car is because it's expensive to own a car in Singapore lah.
COE cost, insurance, road tax, fuel.
Do you think the price is reasonable?
No.
Not reasonable. Today, very expensive.
If you compare it to where I'm from, like I'm actually from Melbourne, Australia, and there is like we only pay for road tax. There's no such thing as COE.
I think currently it's still affordable to buy a brand new car in terms of the risk of damaged car, tempered mileage lah, or maintenance.
For me personally, it's the main thing that's discouraging me from purchasing a vehicle of my own.
To help us make sense of what it's like to buy your first motorcycle, we're here at Atan Motoring with Kenneth, who's going to walk us through the process of getting your first motorcycle, the first taste of what it's like to be on the road. So what's a key consideration when you buy your motorcycle for the first time?
I would say it's a very subjective answer because every rider has a bike that is more suitable for them. But generally, I would say that there are two new technology right now. One is ABS, another one is TCS. ABS is the anti-brake system, where it prevents skiing when you are doing an emergency brake.
Right.
So it releases by itself and then stops by itself. The other one is TCS, it's a traction control. So it helps when you're negotiating bends and it prevents the skiing.
Right.
So it controls the front and rear wheels.
That's important, especially with our weather here in Singapore.
Yes.
Now, people, when they buy a bike, they're always thinking about just the cost of the bike, but what are the hidden costs?
So the number one hidden cost, I would say, would be the early settlement penalty, which I would say 90% of the shops in Singapore have them. But for us, we do not have the early settlement penalty.
What is that exactly?
Say you take a 5 years loan.
Yeah.
So for numerically, let it be easier, $5,000 loan.
Yeah.
So every year you're paying 1,000. So let's say at the end of 3 years, you're only left with 2,000 outstanding. But with the early settlement penalty, sometimes you need to pay 4,000, 5,000 just to make sure you can have full ownership to transfer to someone else. To sell off the bike. So you have a dream bike, we don't want to be the hindrance for you to upgrade.
That's cool.
One thing I heard recently is the way shops calculate GST. Let's say the new bike again, 15,000. Actually, out of the 15,000, only 5,000 is chargeable for GST.
Oh, really?
Yes. So for us, we only charge at 5,000. So it will be $450. But some shops, they charge at the whole, on the whole bike, which you will pay another additional 900 more.
So they're putting GST on top of the COE, basically, right?
Yes. And another thing to consider is the interest rate. You can hear a very low interest rate in their promotion, 3.8%, or maybe some even go to 3%, 2.8%. But it's the way they calculate. So for us, it's a simple interest rate. So some shops calculate with compounding interest.
Gotcha.
So it's always good to check how much you're actually paying overall at the end of your loan.
How much do you think I'm going to be paying per month on average?
I usually will ask a customer what is their comfortable monthly installment.
Yeah.
Then I will calculate backwards.
Gotcha.
To let them know what is the down payment that they need to come up with.
Right.
And I'll advise them a duration of loan.
Okay.
So it is really very customer centric. So what are your needs? You let me know and I will help to come up with a plan that best suits you.
What are some bike brands that you recommend your first-time riders to get into?
For first-time buyers, I would recommend the recognizable brands, the more popular ones like Yamaha, Honda. One key factor is the resale value. Right. So you will never be short of buyers when you want to upgrade to another model, and you have no problem selling it.
Okay, that's important because You want to upgrade, but you want a bike that you can sell.
Yes.
Yeah. What about EV bikes?
EV bikes. Okay, in Singapore, currently there's only one brand.
Yeah.
And it is not moving as fast
Okay.
because the whole infrastructure is not as supportive for motorcycles at this point of time.
Okay. So stick to combustion engine.
Yes.
All right.
And you have the rev, you have the sound. Yeah, bikers love them.
EV's fun to ride. I'll tell you, I tried it one time. Woo! It's like you feel like you're in Tron, the movie.
Okay.
It just goes so quick, but it's got this woo sound to it. It's very fun. Anyway, on top.
You managed to touch the max speed.
I'm not going to tell you on video. One more question for you. What are the pros and cons about riding in Singapore?
Wow. It's, for me, the pros, I love to ride when I am wanting to get to another place fast because especially during peak hours, there's a traffic jam. So for motorcycles, we are kind of anti-traffic jam because we can do the lane split, and at the same time, we are always at the front of the queue at traffic lights, so just use to the front. So that would be one key advantage. Another one would be the freedom that comes with riding. A lot of my customers, my friends, they usually take detours to get back home. The cons in Singapore, I would say there are two main factors. See, the rain and the sun.
Yeah.
So the heat that comes with the sun and the rain where we have to gear up, wear our raincoat, stop at the side of the road. But again, the feeling when you get while riding in the rain is also, it cannot be replaced. It is really
Oh, it
nice.
can be replaced all right. It's called being dry. I don't know about that. I know some people like to, we were talking about this. Some people like to ride in the rain. Not me. I'm like,
Nope.
no. Because, I mean, there's a lot of safety factors that come into play, right? I mean,
Yeah.
our roads are really well made here in Singapore. I mean, our bikes have a lot of the latest technology, but still,
Yes.
there's that one thing. And also, riding on painted lines is very tricky.
Yes, very, very tricky.
That's one thing that I learned is do not ride on the painted line if you can avoid it. Because in rain or wet, whoop, there you go.
I must say you are my favorite type of rider.
Yep.
Safety first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, to the point where it's probably a hindrance for me. I will not ride in certain conditions, but I have the luxury of doing both. But yeah, because safety is important.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Thanks,
All right.
Bobby.
Thank you.
Right.
After speaking to Kenneth about what it's like to buy a motorcycle in Singapore, let's find out what it's like to buy a car in Singapore and how many kidneys I need to sell to get one. Let's do it. All kidding aside, Singapore is one of the most expensive places in the world to own a car, yet people buy them. And the question is, why? Well, we're here at one of the showrooms on Ubi Avenue, Key Motor. We're going to ask him that question right now. So what are some of the key considerations when you're looking for a car?
Okay, firstly, I think understanding your loan eligibility and set aside a comfortable monthly budget, and also it's crucial not to overstretch financially.
Yeah.
Buying a car, I think you should bring convenience, not financial stress.
I mean, that's the thing though, right? Because you get a car here, it's already one of the most expensive places in the world to get a car. And you want to drive a nice car, and it's like, how do we balance it out? Like, what's something that you kind of like help work with your customers or potential customers and finding that right balance?
I would always suggest to them that try not to exceed a monthly installment by 1/3 of their salary.
Okay, 1/3. Okay, it's a good number. Car payments can easily get here 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 a month like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like when people, I talk to people from outside of Singapore, they're thinking like Ferrari or Lamborghini, but it's like,
It
no.
depends on what car you buy. Also.
Yeah. But I mean, for that kind of monthly, it's crazy, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So let's talk about financing for a second, because I know from what I understand, the average down payment here in Singapore is what, 30 to 40%?
Okay, yeah.
Are there other options? Let's say if I'm getting a car that's like 250,000, say, that's a lot of cash to put out.
Yeah.
So do you have options for them?
After 2019, the zero down payment started came out. The in-house finance and everything, they have an option to go for in-house loan.
Okay.
Maybe they'll be paying with a higher monthly installment, but based on today's market, the interest rate and everything, I think it's comparable to a bank for in-house.
Okay. What are some other factors that you sort of have to educate the first-time buyers on?
Normally in the car price itself, it's inclusive of the COE and the body price,
Right.
and also the dealer's profit.
Gotcha.
So standard ownership buyers should know about that. There is one fee to watch out for, which is the admin fee and the GST.
Okay.
For our site, we don't collect any admin fee or GST, but I know that some dealers charge it separately.
Okay. An admin fee. Wow.
Yeah.
So when you're giving them that price for the car as a whole,
It's a whole net price.
oh,
Yeah.
nice. You guys absorb it, or how does that work?
We absorb the GST, and if there is an admin fee from an in-house finance, that will be shown to you black and white.
Okay. What about maintenance on cars? Because I mean, maintenance can be very expensive, right?
Maybe if you go for used car, they only give you maybe 6 months warranty and everything. For new cars, we are offering 10 years unlimited mileage warranty.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and you also get to enjoy the latest safety features.
Yeah.
And better fuel efficiency.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, all the new cars get all the latest technologies and stuff like that. Let's talk EVs for a second. Yeah. I know everybody's talking EVs because price points for EVs are so attractive, right? Really attractive. What are the pros and cons about EV right now?
Actually, in Singapore, I think now a lot of people are going for EV because they have seen the price online, they went down to see the car. Indeed, it's very cheap.
Yeah.
Maybe cheaper than a Japanese car, like 10,000-20,000. A lot of people are going for new technology, but personally, I feel the technology in Singapore is not there yet.
Okay.
And I think the cost, there is no servicing cost. You don't have to spend money on servicing. But if the battery fails, that is going to be a very costly for buyer.
Right. Okay. So still in this marketplace here in Singapore, at least, I mean, EV, it's new, it's exciting, but the long-term cost in terms of battery replacement and in terms of if you want to sell it, let's say 5 or 6 years, you have a 10-year loan, you're going to take a bigger hit.
Correct. And more practicality is maybe Honda and Toyota.
Okay.
This kind of car in the market is less headache and the spare parts are easy to find.
Right.
So repair-wise, I think they don't have to worry so much, and all the major issues have been covered by us. I think you should find something that is more reliable, and we should look on a long-term basis.
Okay. One last question. I was just, because we're doing a show about which one to get, car or motorcycle. So what are some of the pros and cons about owning a car in Singapore?
Owning a car in Singapore, firstly, I think the aircon, and also it's more safe to drive on the road. The cons, of course, it will be more expensive than a bike.
Right.
Overall, I would still prefer a car.
And aircon too, and a little bit of safety. Winston, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it very much.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
New or pre-owned? Let's talk about cars for a second. Now, based on what Winston was saying, getting a pre-owned car is roughly the same price as a brand new car. Now, based on his numbers, if that's correct, you're getting a brand new vehicle, you're getting the latest in technology, you're getting a warranty up to 10 years based on what he's offering, 0% financing, which is very attractive, and it's your car. You're not potentially inheriting somebody else's issues with a used car. But what about motorcycles? Slightly different. See, here's the thing with the motorcycle, right? That brand new motorcycle, that COE, that price of the COE is high, sometimes more expensive than the motorcycle itself. So, what about pre-owned? Well, let's look at it this way. Let's say you have a 2 to 3 year old bike, right? You're saving the cost on the bike because it's gonna be less expensive because of depreciation. You're still getting decent mileage and you're not getting hit with that COE spike. So if you look at this, new car, perhaps pre-owned bike. Now that's the logical answer. The emotional answer is it depends on your budget and what you desire. Because if you see this brand new bike in front of you, the latest technology, it's everything you wanted, you have the means to afford it, then by all means, get the bike, brand new. Just get good financing if you need it. And with the car, I still think a brand new car, based on what Winston's saying, makes more sense. So, but the decision is up to you, what your heart says, what your wallet says, and of course, what your significant other says too, because that's arguably the most important. New equals higher loan, latest features, less risk, but more depreciation. Used equals lower monthly costs, but always check for hidden maintenance issues. Resale value drops fastest in the first 3 years, especially with new models. Now, there are so many other things to consider. For example, a car is great for families, but a bike is unbeatable in traffic.